Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to have a look at my top 3 altcoins that I believe will do well in this up and coming alt season. First up, please make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and let's crack on. We will start off by just taking a look at overall Bitcoin market dominance, and then I will jump into 3 projects I believe which will do well in the course of the next alt season, whether that be in the next few months or within this year, but I do believe that we are close to it happening. If we just go back in time a little bit and look at the alt season from 2017, we was up at 71%. That's when around BTC hit its all-time highs at around $20,000, and then the market dominance crashed, and that's when altcoins absolutely boomed. What we are looking for is pretty much the same scenario. As you can see here, we have started to roll over. We actually hit up to 73.6%, and we have rejected off that, and we are starting to roll down. We need this to continue in order for us to have a full-blown alt season. There's nothing saying that we're going to drop to that area again or even do it that severely, but we want something which is sub 50%. So for this to happen, we just need BTC to start losing ground. We want Ethereum to start pushing up and taking more control of that market dominance. And then other altcoins can push after that. So what we are looking for is a dominance to drop below 50%. And then what we need to be doing is looking at altcoins that we should hold. I have got here that buy alts, so I'm all in alts now. I do not own any Bitcoin, so I'm looking for this scenario to play out by holding altcoins all the way down and then eventually selling into BTC when we get down here. But what are the 3 top altcoins which I think could be good ones to hold now and going into this potential up and coming alt season? So let's have a look into them now. So pick number 1 is Polkadot. We have had an absolute massive rise recently. We was trading between $6 and $4 for pretty much 2 to 3 months, and then we had that massive rise up and we shot up to around $19 I believe it was, but we'll have a look at that in the charts in a minute. So we'll run over some of the key stats first, and then we'll jump over to the chart and have a look. If you have not invested already, then some potential areas that you could invest, because this project has a lot going on this year. We have parachains coming out, so there's going to be a lot of projects fighting for positions on the Polkadot network, which in itself will grow the ecosystem, and all these projects that will be contributing to the ecosystem will be rising in value, which then will push the value up of Polkadot being the main chain involved there. So Polkadot, which is ticker DOT, it is currently ranked number 4 out of all cryptocurrencies. We have recently pushed XRP out of that 4th spot, I think it is. I think Tether's in 3rd spot. Yeah, Polkadot is in 4th. Slightly pushed the XRP down a place there. I mean, it's getting close back up to it. I think XRP's had a bit of a rise, and Polkadot has pushed down in price a little bit, but I think it's going to be pushing and staying up there, to be honest, way above XRP. So we have a coin price today of $15.36. We have 11% down on today's trading. That's nothing to worry about. That's good entry points for you there. If we just look down the all-time highs, that was at $19.32. So we're 20% down from that. If you're looking to invest, we'll have a look at some areas there next. And then if you're looking to invest in a project, it is on Binance, OKX, Bitfum. It's on all the major exchanges with high confidence. That's what we're looking for. If you're ever looking to invest in a project, look at the confidence level of that exchange on CoinMarketCap. It does give you a good idea. There's at least 95 pairs there, so if you're looking to get hold of it, it is fairly simple. Just a word on the total supply, we have a 1 billion supply, and currently in circulation there is 902 million, and that brings the market cap today to $13.8 billion. So that's some of the key statistics of Polkadot. It is pick 1, and let's have a look at some potential entry points on the charts and where we could go in the mid to short term. We will take a look at both the Tether pair and the Binance pair and have a look at some potential entry points. I've already got some TA marks up here on a Fibonacci, so I would recommend some potential areas of investment at this 618 level. If you look at this, so we put the Fibonacci on from this level here up to the top, and then this works out with some potential retracement levels. The 382 level was bang on $16.49. We was banging up off that a few times, but we've lost that level, so it does look like we're going to come down to this 618 level at $14.68. We may not quite get there though, because $15 is a pretty much a good round number, so we might hit $15 and bounce back up. So if you're looking to invest, I think $15 is a good area to potentially have some orders in, soon as though if we look at the price from them highs up to current prices, I mean, we've already done a 21% retracement, so that is, in my opinion, a good area to buy. I can't see us coming in a lower than this, to be honest. If we do lose that level, then we're coming down to $13.39, but I think we might just come to this area and then bounce back up. The market is having a little bit of a shakeout. This is what happens. It is a good time to invest. Never buy on the pump, buy on the dump. So I think that is a good potential area to target for some buy-ins. The first target though, if you do manage to get invested or you're already invested, the first target is $20. It's a nice round number. It's just above where the all-time highs were. So this was the all-time highs at $19.42. So I do believe that this is the next area to target once we do bounce up off this level. Like I say, we might not quite get there, but it is looking like very likely that we will come down to this level. So that is potential buy zone there. That is a 4-hour time frame against Tether, and then the first target of $20. In my opinion, once we get a full-blown alt season, I think this will go to $70 to $100 in a nice run. So first off, we've got to be conservative and get towards $20, and then we can readdress the next targets. But I do think that $70 to $100 is it's a good ballpark figure, and I do honestly believe it will achieve those prices. If we just look at a BTC pairing, if you're trading Satoshis, get rid of that TA because that is absolutely being hammered down there. Let's have a look at some potential buy zones on the Satoshi pairs. If we just use a Fibonacci for this, and we use the start of a move here, as you can see, we popped up, we retraced to this level, and then we've shot back up. And then we have actually, again, we've lost this 382 level. Bitcoin is starting to drop a little bit, which might be good for Satoshi pairs, but it does seem to be bringing everything else down with it. If you're looking for a buy zone on Satoshis, 41,155 sats could be a good area to buy in. We're also in between these two levels. There is a 0.5% fib level. I don't tend to use that because it doesn't hit that much. I bet that's it right on that wick. So, I mean, we've already been there. We've bounced back up. So, potentially we may come back down to this. With regards to targets, I've not really got any. I've not done any TA on this pair. So, I will jump into some further analysis on a separate video for some targets going forward in BTC pair. So, that's number one. That is some price analysis and key stats on Polkadot Wiki, which is my pick number one. Pick number two is Zilliqa, which is ticker ZIL. Currently, we have a coin price today of around 7 cents. Again, we're on a bit of a flash sale today, so if you're watching this video, I think it could be a good potential area to buy in, but we'll mark up some areas on the chart soon. Zilliqa has a lot going on. It's got a rapidly growing ecosystem. If you check out their Twitter and their Telegram groups, they've already pushed out 10 new projects that will be built on top of the Zilliqa framework. So that's absolutely massive. I do think that now it is a good time to invest. We've had such a parabolic run from down at 1 cent up to just shy of 10 cent, and then we've retraced a bit now, so I think it could be a good potential area to buy in. We're pushed up into the top 30. We've dropped out a bit now. We are ranked number 48. So Zilliqa currently has a maximum supply of 21 billion, but out of those in circulation we only have 10.8 billion. It is worth noting that you can stake Zilliqa as well. I've been staking Zilliqa since around October when it got published, the new staking rewards. It is worth doing. I pretty much do mine through ZilPay, which is connected to stake.zilliqa.com. Currently it's around 15% APY, but also in the first 2 years they are emitting GZIL, which is a governance token of a network. So that is a very lucrative asset to get in, to be honest. I think if you can get a good few of them in your back pocket, I think it will be worth holding into the future. There only will be around 700,000 of those ever minted, so we're going to be like gold dust in a few years once governance starts to take a big effect on the network. If we just look at down the market pairs, if you're looking to get hold of some Zilliqa, the biggest place really is Binance. It 17% of the market volume getting in on Tether, a further 6% against BTC, but is on some other big exchanges like LKX, Upbit, Huobi, MXC. If you're looking to get hold of some and you have not on any of his exchanges, then check out Binance. You will find my link in the pinned comment and the description. I do recommend Binance. It is probably one of the better, more well-known exchanges to get your crypto onto. Like I say, the link will be in the description there. If we take a look at the all-time highs, that was in 2018, and it was actually in a bear market. We hit 23 cent, and that's when we was an ERC20 token. We didn't have a network in place. We didn't have the advancements what the network has now. So I honestly believe that 23 cent will be blown out of the water at some stage in the course of this next alt season, whether that's in the next few months or going towards the end of the year. Whenever it is, just hold these tokens, because I honestly believe that we're going to shoot up to plus $1, and currently we're at 1 cent, so just work out that growth from 7 cents to $1. I think that we will hit $1 at some stage. That is not financial advice, but that is just my opinion and what will happen. Today we have a market cap of $768 million. We did touch $1 billion, but like I say, we have retraced from them. So that's the key stats. We'll have a look at some chart analysis now, and have a look at some potential areas you could invest in and some targets to aim for. This is Zilliqa versus Tether on the 4-hour time frame. So as you can see, this is a red line, which was the first target. We did just drop shy of that. We 0.099 to 9.9 cent, and then ever since that we've been on a retracement. We have done pretty much a 61% retracement of the entire move, but we are in a downward channel now, and I mean, I think it's a good time to invest. We actually broke out of this downward channel now. We have come back to retest it, but I think that we should pop up from here. But we just need to monitor the price and see what happens. Let's have a look at some potential areas to invest though. And let's take the bottom of the move here up to the top. And this level here looks like we've already hit the buy zone. I would always consider buying on a 382 level or a 618 level. I cannot see us going back down to 6.2 cent. So personally, if you're looking to fill some orders, I would have some in here. We have already wicked down into it, so you may have just missed that area, but 0.069 cent is a good area to buy in my opinion. I mean, the Fibonacci is king here. We've dropped pretty much right into that buy zone. And then I think with the potential that we might pop out of here is high. The first target though is to again close a daily candle above 7.6 cent. Once you do close above that, then I think it's mission control go, and we can start pushing up again to target 10 cent. 10 cent is a massive area to target. I think once we do push up and close a daily candle above 10 cent, we've got nothing in the way up to weekly resistance at 15.4 cents. So when we do close a daily candle above 10 cent, I'll do a price analysis video on Zilliqa. So watch out on my channel. Make sure that you are subscribed and got alerts on, and Zilliqa video will be coming straight away once we do break through 10 cent. So that is some areas to buy. And then some first targets to aim for. If we just take a quick look at the BTC pairing, that was we had a downward, I think that was on the daily actually, was it? Let's just a quick look. Yeah, we had a bit of a downward a downtrend there, and then we broke out of it and we have popped back up. So let's go to that TA is a bit out of date now. So let's just have a look on 4-hour time frame at some potential areas to invest. I'm guessing it will be this weekly area here, but let's just put the Fibonacci on. 382 level has been hit a few times and we pop back up. If you're looking to invest in Satoshi pairs, target some buys at 191 Satoshis. I think that could be a good area to potentially place some orders if we do lose this 382 level. If we don't and we start pushing up, then have some orders in on the 382 level, or even just market buy at 204 sats. I think they could be some good potential areas to invest. And then the first target is to break above weekly resistance at 238 Satoshi. So that is some good areas to potentially buy, and the first target going forward for Zilliqa. So that's going to be it for that. Let's have a look at pick number 3 now. And last but not least is VeChain, which is ticker VET. We've been on quite a good rise. Bitcoin's had a bit of a pullback, so that's pulled back some other altcoins, but VeChain has kept its head above water there. So let's have a look at some key stats. So I'm going to look at some potential areas you could invest. So it is ranked number 22 out of all cryptocurrencies, has a maximum supply of 86.7 billion, and currently in circulation is 64.3 billion. That brings a market cap just shy of $2 billion. If you're looking to get hold of some, Binance is your best bet again, and then we have on some other exchanges. Upbit, Bitfum, Qcoin. There's a lot of exchanges. OceanX, which is its own exchange, which that one there, as you can see, that's getting it's got a lot of pairs. That is its own exchange. So if you are in Asia, it's a good place to get hold of some. The all-time highs is what we're mainly interested in. What got hit today, I believe it was. Let's have a look. All-time highs 33 cents. We are slightly down from that, but like I say, Bitcoin's had a bit of a market pullback. With VeChain, it is targeting the supply chain industry, which is absolutely massive. It's got some of the best partnerships in the crypto space. We have partnerships with DHL, partnerships with BMW, partnerships with Walmart, China. There's so many big partnerships there. It is unbelievable. Just one point on the partnership with BMW. They are building vehicle passports which will be stored on a blockchain, which is absolutely massive in my opinion. I mean, I don't think that's given the daylight for what it actually is. I think how many vehicles in the world and how many vehicles have paperwork from vehicles? Well, storing that information on a blockchain will be the next step, and I just think eventually this will go absolutely parabolic, especially once this partnership is in full flow and we get an alt season. All combined will bring this token to an absolute extreme level. So that is VeChain. That is my number 3 pick. We'll have a look at some potential entries on the chart, and then have a look at a couple of targets going forward. So recently I did a video dedicated to VeChain price analysis, and I was looking for this breakout. We did actually break out of this bullish pendant, and we popped up, went above all-time highs, but we have rejected off this area. So this now is the all-time highs. We'll just change that from first target. So that is the next area to look at really. If you're looking to invest, let's just get rid of this Fibonacci now and have a look at some new levels we can target, because that is old TA. If you're looking to invest in VeChain, then I would potentially look at some levels up higher. So if we just put a fib on from here, wrong tool, put a fib on from here up to the top. We've already done a 61% retracement, but I would still have some orders in this area here. So you could call that 3 cent on the nose. If you do get a chance, potentially have some orders in at this level at pretty much 0.029, so 2.9 cents. So they are two levels that you could potentially have some buy orders in if the market does allow. So their buy zones. First target though is to break above all-time highs, which was 3.3 cent. My next major target is 5 cent. That from current prices is a 62% move. From all-time highs, it's only a 48% move. So I do think that will happen over the course of the potential of the next few months. If an alt season does kick in sooner, then it will come sooner. But 5 cent is the initial target. Once we do break a daily candle above there, I will be jumping in some more price analysis on a separate video and have a look at some high targets. So that's some potential buy zones and some potential targets in USDT. If you look at a BTC pairing, the areas to buy was down here, but we have actually popped out of them. If we just take a quick look at that from here to here and have a look at some potential buy zones, we've double topped to tweeze the top there. We've come down to 382 level, 88 Satoshis. So if you're looking to buy, have some potential orders here at 84 Satoshis. I think that could be a good level to buy in. And then the first target is monthly resistance up at 110 Satoshis. So that's the first target there. So that's some analysis of all my three top picks for this coming alt season against BTC pairs and USDT pairs, and some key statistics about them projects. If you do have any questions about the projects or any price analysis questions, then jump into my Telegram group, which is the Crypto Troops. You'll find my link in the pinned comment and the description. So that's going to do it for today's video. Please make sure you do hit that like button, that you are subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.